Hey up my ducks, it's Simon here. Welcome back to the Hermit's Cave. Hope everybody is doing okay. Oh, it's been quite the week. I've covered lots of miles. I've just got home and I've just realised my coaster is empty and I need a cup of tea. So bear with. So how's everybody's week going? Oh, there's nothing nicer than coming home from a day at work, especially if you've been on the road or driving around, or where else would you drive, to a nice cup of tea and to be able to have a look at a tarot deck. Now, a little bit of a backstory. So I was contacted by a lady called Cheryl who said, asked if I'd be interested in receiving a copy of The Witch's Garden, which I'd heard a lot about, and I didn't know if I was going to buy it or not because it was a Llewellyn deck, and not that I've got anything against Llewellyn at all, but I've got quite a few Llewellyn sets, but I'd seen a couple of images and it was one that I was like, actually, I could be really, sorry, just not the camera, I could be really tempted by this, but that's all I've seen, a couple of images. Now, the great thing about where this deck has been sent from is that she has set up an online shop called Oneness Emporium, and I just think it's a wonderful concept because she has managed to get on board Llewellyn, US Games, Los Scarabeo, Blue Angel. She's become an official stockist for them here in the UK. And in our exchange, she shared with me that she was quite fed up of, you know, fake decks that appear on, and I'm not going to say, but big kind of online shops. And also, you know, saying that it's going to be released on such a date and then not able to fulfill that, and we've pre-ordered and all that sort of stuff. So she set up her own business. It only started on the 1st of this month, and do check it out. The link to Oneness Emporium will be in the description below to a website. There's also a Facebook group, and I'll try and put that there as well. And she's going to be stocking, or she already is stocking, tarot and oracle and other kind of esoteric goodies and teas and things like that. Now, this box is huge, and she did say, I'm going to put in a surprise for you. I have no idea what that is. I'm just going to try and find I'll do it off camera because it's such a big box that I think it will, oh, here we go. It will knock the camera and things like that. So, just taking out all the packing. Okay, we've got a package here. Ooh, we have a package here. Oh wow, this is incredible. We've got another package. That's some packaging. We have what I'm assuming is the deck, and also there's something else right down at the bottom. Let's move that box out of the way. Oh wow, so Moon Phase Flower of Life ceramic mug. She obviously watches my channel and knows that I like my mugs, and I like my cups of tea and coffee. So this is really generous. I was just expecting a deck, and I've got five different things. So let's have a look at this mug, and I just think it's wonderful, you know, that we've got an official stockist in here in England, where we can get things from that are, you know, ahead of the rest of the kind of bigger global companies, that very often, as she says, doesn't fulfill their promise on release dates. This is gorgeous. It's got like a raised bit, you can actually feel That's beautiful. And it's got the moon phases around the edge as well of the flower of life. Okay, and then this, is this a candle? Oh, it's a magic spell candle. Look at this. And these are all things that you can get. So it's a magic spell candle for prosperity, and it's lavender. Oh, it smells divine. Use this ritual candle to attract prosperity, ambition, and power. I certainly will. I love these candles in a jar. I've got quite a few. I don't know if you've seen, like, when I do my lives, if you look in the corner where my goddess is, I've got these jar candles. They're really handy because they keep everything, you know, that stop all the wax melting everywhere. So that's lovely. Oh, it smells beautiful. And then I've got these 3 packages here. So let's have a look what's in this one. Okay, so this looks like it's a book. Oh wow, it's the Living Tarot. T. Susan Chang. Oh wow, I don't have any books by T. Susan Chang. I've heard a lot about this. It's connecting the cards to everyday life for better readings. I love these images as well, how they've come out of the card. So it's almost like the cards are just the backgrounds, and the characters from the cards are using the cards as a backdrop. It's really, really cool. Same here with our High Priestess. Discover how tarot reflects life and life reflects tarot. So it's a beginner-friendly book to reveal how you find personal everyday meaning in all 78 tarot cards. No more memorizing predetermined definitions. Now you'll learn to see, breathe, and feel the tarot wherever you turn. Oh, so there's lots of prompts as well. It's a bit like a study guide. Oh, this looks like it would be really fun to work with. In about 4 weeks, I've got a couple of weeks off work as well, so I think I'm going to put this to one side to have a look at that. It's a really nice book. It's very soft and springy. Okay, and then we've got something here. These are very durable bags. Okay. Oh my goodness, how cool. It's the Lorenzi Tarot. This was on my Amazon wish list for the longest time by Irene Lorenzi. Oh wow, I'm gonna have to do a separate walkthrough of this, which is a shame because I'm itching to rip it open and dive in, but oh, look at the artwork. Look how amazing this is. I've seen this so many times. So this is by US Games. Lorenzi Tarot tells a story of our era, a time steeped in dualism between the ancestral realm and the modern world, where human beings strive to find a balance between nature and technology. Through powerful imagery, this stylish deck aims to reconcile conflict with harmony, light with shadow, and doubt with hope. I'm not going to read it all because I'll be doing that when I do a walkthrough of this. Wow, this is really generous. Cheryl, if you watch this, thank you so much. I know you said you was going to put in a surprise, but you've put in many surprises. So thank you so much. I'm always very humbled when I'm sent things. You know, I think we all do it. We're like, oh, you know, I'm not deserving of this, but I think most of us are like that. But thank you, I really appreciate it. So this is why we're here. If you've seen the title of the video, we're going to have a look at the Tarot of the Witch's Garden. It's by Sasha Graham, and the art is Natasha Linsick. Oh, I probably totally destroyed that name. I perhaps should have done some research first. Oh, the images look gorgeous, don't they? Cultivating personal intuition is as sublime as a summer landscape with this enchanting Rider-Waite-Smith style deck. Natasha Linchick's delicate watercolour paintings decorate 78 exquisitely crafted cards with comforting cottagecore scenes to provide gentle respite from your busy modern world. Best-selling author Sasha Graham helps you navigate her lush landscape of symbolic imagery with her full-colour companion book. Tower of the Witch's Garden is your key to a secret sanctuary that will unlock the latent magic thriving inside of you. Ooh. It includes a 78 card deck and a 312 page full colour guidebook. It does contain nudity, and I think that's quite good that they kind of give you a little warning of that. It's always helpful. So yeah, if you're not a fan of nudity, then you might not want to watch, but I'm sure most people can handle it. Okay, so we take the wrapper off. I mean, one thing that Llewellyn are really good at is their presentation. Their boxes, these beautiful lush gloss and colour, I should say, boxes with the magnetic closure, so much better than the tall kind of tuck boxes they used to get that didn't last 5 minutes. So we've got a really decent book. We'll take out the cards. Oh, look at the underneath. This is really nice. It's beautiful. I wonder if that's the back design. Yeah, it's the back design, different colour, but that's the same pattern. We've got a little ribbon to take it out. They sit neatly. It's not where the cards can slip underneath or anything like that. So nice sturdy box. The books that they do are just gorgeous. I mean, look at this. Look how lush and colourful these images are. Oh my gosh, that death card. Oh my goodness. That is a fantastic death card. You know, you just kind of skim through a book and you see some images and they just really take you by surprise. That is beautiful. It's a very heavy book because it's on this kind of well, that's interesting. It's got like a matte finish, even though it feels glossy. It's got like a rough texture. Beautiful Five of Pentacles. I love the artwork for this. But anyway, we're going to look at the cards in a second. So on the inside it says, everything is made out of magic. Leaves and trees, flowers and birds, badgers and foxes and squirrels and people. So it must be all around us, in this garden, in all the places. And that's by Frances Hodgson Burnett, The Secret Garden. Oh, I love The Secret Garden. I've not seen it since I was a kid though. So a little bit here about Sasha and Natasha, the author and artist of the deck. Love the artwork. Tending the soil, planting the seeds. I like that. So we get the tending the soil is giving you kind of like the background and the essential information you need to get started. A bit about your practice, and then you go into planting the seeds, which is actually working with the cards. So we've got major and minor arcana, tarot and astrology, if that's your thing, tarot and numerology, clandestine colours, and meditative journeys. And then part 3 is cultivating depth and meaning, and then harvesting magic. So there's lots of info here. We've got the introduction. So a good 5 pages or so there. Rules of the garden magic. Everything is energy. Nature speaks if you listen. Clear space and set boundaries. Show up and do the work. Plant seeds of desire. And cultivate when the time is right. I love that as an analogy of the garden and tending to the garden. It's like we tend to our own kind of lives and spiritual practices. So yeah, and then we go into a little bit about the cards, and numerology, astrology, and then cultivating depth and meaning, and then we start with our Fool, and it works its way through all of the cards, as you can see. What did I say? It was 300 and something pages, I think. I think it says something like 342 pages. They're not numbered, but I'm sure that's what it said. All right, let's have a look at the cards themselves. I'm really excited to see this. Like I said, I saw a couple of images, which was enough for me to say, yes, I would be interested in receiving the deck. Oh, wow, Llewellyn up their game on the card stock. It's quite a thick deck. Wow, and we've got linen cardstock. Is this been happening for a while? I'm not sure how it was shown. Yeah, you can see it. Look, it's beautiful. One thing that when Llewellyn first went from the big paper cardboard type tuck boxes to these beautiful magnetic boxes and the glossy books, I felt that the cardstock had been skimped a little bit. It was very thin. If you look at something like Tarot in Wonderland or Everyday Witch, now cardstock is really durable, and I love the linen finish on this. It's so smooth, and it is a nice thick deck. As you can see, it's borderless. We've just got a little panel at the bottom with the number and the title. And we get all of this space for the images to really stand out. All right, I'm going to bring the camera down. And what I'll do is I'll do a silent flip through at first with some nice music. And then I will come back after that and share my thoughts. Oh, this is a real beauty. A real beauty. Well done, Llewellyn. I mean, you've really, really outdone themselves here. It's fantastic. Very kind of true to style of like Tower of the Witches and the Green Witch. In as much as a lot of these images that I see here remind me of like storybooks from my childhood. I love when I can look at images like this and it reminds me of that. They are just exquisite as well. I just love this High Priestess. I've got so many favourite cards just from first glance, but do you see the white eyes? I love the reflection of the crescent moon in the water that her foot is touching. Oh, it's just gorgeous, really gorgeous. She's got the scrolls here in her hands. Oh, these cards feel lush as well. I love this. It's very Hansel and Gretel-ish, knocking on the door of a witch. This little boy and girl. A little cat there as well, and a book of shadows. Wonderful. Now there is, oh, this strength card, just gorgeous. But yeah, like I was saying, there's a lot, it's very female centric, which I think is wonderful. Particularly with cards that we might have been used to seeing historically, represented by kind of masculine archetypes, like example here of the Hermit, but isn't she just gorgeous? Interesting, hold on, 10, I haven't just noticed that. Justice is 10 rather than the wheel. So we've got Chariot, Strength, the Hermit, and then Justice. Okay, rather than 11. And then 11 is the wheel. So they've reordered Justice and the Wheel of Fortune. I love this Wheel of Fortune, I can just say. I'm going to look up in the book as to why that might be. So it says here the world. So let's go to the one before. So we have one before. Justice. The powerful gaze of a figure stands beneath a pergola. Her face, it does say here. It'll probably tell us in the beginning why they've switched Justice and Wheel of Fortune. But I'd have to read through all of this to find out why. Fending the Soil. In fact, let me just pause and see if I can find an explanation. Okay, so I've scanned through the book. I mean, there's a lot of information in this book, so I've scanned through it, but I cannot find anything. So I'm wondering if it is a misprint, because although it's like it in the book, so if they've misprinted the cards, they've misprinted the book, because it says Hermit is 9, Justice is 10, and then we have the Wheel of Fortune as 11. So if you know the reason why, and it might be that when I read the book in a little bit more in depth, I'll find out the reason why. But just from, I don't want this, you know, I'm cooking dinner at the moment, so I don't want things to spoil by me reading reams and reams, but that's something I'm going to do in time. But yeah, for now, we have Justice at 10 and the Wheel of Fortune at 11. We have the Hanged Woman, or Hanged Woman, rather than Hanged Man. Love this little otter. I have to say, this is one of my favourite, instant favourites of the Death card. I love this scene. I think my all-time favourite will always be the Deviant Moon Death card, followed by Poppy Palin's Everyday Enchantment Death card. But this one is just gorgeous. Look how she's offering him a gift. And we've got this Grim Reaper style death figure, skeletal figure. We've got somebody weeping over a grave. The garden is quite barren here. You know, all the trees are in winter, and I just love it. Absolutely love this card. Temperance is beautiful. Again, a female devil, which I think is wonderful. Love this tower. We've got this tree house that's look, the little badgers that are coming along to pull a blanket to catch them as they fall. Isn't that just gorgeous? Love the moon card. This reminds me of a moon card I've seen somewhere else. Don't know if it's the Silver Witch, or I can't remember now, but it's very reminiscent of that. I love the parallel. It's like almost split perfectly down the middle, and everything's kind of a mirror image. The hounds, the shape of the landscape, even the smoke coming from the chimneys, which are facing away from each other in mirror image. The crayfish here, it's just wonderful. The symmetry is gorgeous. We have the sun. Look at the Judgment card. Different generations, look. Wonderful. And our world card is stunning. So I love this. I'm not going to go through every card and talk about them because I've just done the flip through, but as you can see, it's very RWS, but I like the fact that it says, you know, it's bringing in the modern world and combining it with, you know, tarot of old. The colours are quite nice for each of they're kind of like, these are like pastel greens. We've just seen the beautiful blue hues. Two of Cups is gorgeous. I love this Three of Cups. We got little Fae folk. Oh, it's just beautiful. Really beautiful. I'm so impressed. I really am impressed. I love this. Look at the kind of like the, oh, my mind's gone blank, like an eclipse, the moon eclipsing the sun, which, you know, is nothing that we haven't seen, but it's just the way it's been portrayed there is beautiful. We have two female figures for the Ten of Cups, the family scene. Oh, look at that. I'm glad it's not just the heart, you know, with the swords. We get to see her kind of anguish here. Oh. Look at that figure on the boat for the Six of Swords. It's very sort of Grim Reaper-ish. I love how she's rising up here. And look how the blindfold and everything's just falling away. It's just gorgeous. These nice greens for the pentacles. I love that we get the otherkin, you know, part of the images as well. It's got everything, you know, it's got kind of like otherworldly beings, such as fae and goblins, and we've got humans and animals and plants and trees, and as you'd imagine for a garden. But I love this kind of statue figure as well for the Four of Pentacles, holding his coins. Five is beautiful. And then we've got all our courts at the back, which at first when I got to 10, then it went straight to Ace. I was like, oh, what's happening here? But again, we've got them linked beautifully for the courts. So our wands, we've got this real fire energy going through the cards. The cups, very green for the cups, but that's in keeping with the minors. You get these blue colours, beautiful colours for the air suit, for our swords, and the green earthy colours here as well. Look at this. Look at this image. That's gorgeous. What a gorgeous deck. I love it, and I'm so pleased. I think they've really found the spot for Llewellyn, because we now have beautiful presentation box, gorgeous detailed thorough guidebook, and beautiful linen cardstock that aren't thin. It's a lovely substantial deck. So kudos to Llewellyn. And yeah, let me know your thoughts. Now, this is out 8th of July in the UK. I know it's been released already in the States. Do please check out Oneness Emporium. She's got some fantastic items there. And I think it's great that she's an official stockist for, you know, the big publishing houses. And she will make sure, if she gets them in time, that they are released on the date that they should be released, and avoid that sort of straight to temporarily out of stock. And you're going to get genuine decks. You're not going to get any kind of counterfeit. So that can only be a good thing. Thanks for watching, everybody. Please let me know your thoughts about the deck below. I'd be really interested to hearing them. And if you know the mystery between the Justice card and the Wheel of Fortune, as to why it's been ordered that way, or whether it is a misprint, but it's very rare you get a misprint in the book and the deck, but we shall see. Thanks for watching, and until next time, go in peace. Namaste, and blessed be.